Have you ever heard a story so miraculous, so unbelievable, that it made you stop in your tracks? Today, we're uncovering one of the most extraordinary miracles in history, when Jesus healed a man born blind. But here's the real question: how did he do it? And why did he do it in such an unusual way? What if this story has layers we've missed? Stick around, because what we're about to unravel might completely change how you see this story, and perhaps even your own life. Imagine living in total darkness your entire life. You've never seen the faces of your family, never experienced the beauty of a sunrise or the colors of nature. That was the reality for this man, blind from birth. He lived each day relying only on sound and touch, his world defined by shadows. And then, one ordinary day, something extraordinary happens. Jesus steps into the picture. But the question lingers: why this man? Why this moment? Now here's where things get really interesting. You might expect Jesus to simply speak, and the man's blindness would disappear. But instead, Jesus spits on the ground, makes mud, and rubs it on the man's eyes. Can you imagine the crowd's reaction? Why mud? Some scholars believe the mud is symbolic, pointing back to the creation of Adam from dust. Could this be a message that Jesus holds the same power to create and to recreate? But here's the twist: Jesus doesn't heal the man instantly. After covering his eyes with mud, Jesus tells him to go and wash in the pool of Siloam. This wasn't a nearby pool. It required a journey, blind, covered in mud, in front of a crowd. Why didn't Jesus just heal him right there? Was this a test of faith? What would you have done in the man's place? Was his healing tied to his obedience? Think of it like this. Imagine you're told the answer to your deepest prayer lies at the top of a mountain. You have to climb it, blindfolded. Would you go? This man did, and the reward was beyond what he could have imagined. When the man finally washes his face in the pool and opens his eyes, he could see for the first time. But instead of celebrating, the community is divided. Some are amazed, but others, especially the religious leaders, are furious. They don't see a miracle, they see a rule broken because this healing happened on the Sabbath. Here's something you might not expect. Sometimes even the most miraculous moments in your life can cause division. Not everyone will understand your journey or your breakthrough. That's part of the tension this story reveals. Finally, we get to the heart of the mystery. What does this miracle mean for us today? Some see this as more than just a physical healing. It's symbolic. They believe the blind man represents humanity in its spiritual blindness, and the miracle is Jesus offering us sight, the ability to see truth and light. But others interpret it literally, a display of Jesus' divine power. So, what do you think? Is this story about physical healing or something deeper? Could it be both? And here's the most important question: how could this miracle change how we see our own lives? This story isn't just about one man's healing. It's a reflection of how God often works in our lives. Healing, transformation, breakthrough. It doesn't always come the way we expect. Sometimes it's through strange, unexpected methods. Sometimes, like the blind man, we have to act in faith, even when the outcome isn't clear. And sometimes, like the onlookers, we have to decide if we're willing to believe what we see. Remember, sometimes the most unexpected moments are the ones that open our eyes to a whole new way of seeing. Subscribe if you found this thought-provoking, like and share it with someone who needs to hear this story.